All right, this is effing wild, and everybody needs to see this video. The government just got busted for lying about the shooting of a woman in Chicago, where I live and work. Border Patrol agents claim that this woman, Mayra Martinez, rammed her car into them, and therefore they were justified in shooting her 5 times. But now we have new video footage showing, and to nobody's surprise, they are completely lying. She was trying to get away. She didn't ram her car into them. In fact, the agents are the ones, according to this body camera footage, that intentionally turn their car into hers and essentially track her down and then shoot her. These are state agents using disproportionate force on people who are scared and trying to get away. We saw the same thing with Renee Nicole Good. We saw a very similar thing with Alex Preddy when he was pinned on the ground and shot from behind 10 different times. In this case, Mayra Martinez survived. The woman from Chicago survived, thankfully. So we get to hear her experience in just one moment, but it's very, very important to show you this footage. There's nothing graphic in it. There's nothing too graphic. You hear some gunshots, but it's not bloody or anything. And as Omar Jimenez from CNN points out, the government claimed she rammed Border Patrol agents with her vehicle before an agent shot her 5 times. But new body camera video shows the agent turned his steering wheel towards Mayra Martinez and that he was then congratulated for, quote, excellent service after shooting her. God, this is starting to really piss me off. The way that Greg Bovino and other Border Patrol agents texted in the aftermath of this shooting will disgust you, and we'll cover it all in just one moment. To back up, I want to break down some news that just developed in Minnesota. Tom Homan gave a speech in which he announced that they are drawing down agents in Minnesota. It's not a complete back off. Out of the 2,000 federal agents that were there, I believe 700 are being drawn down, but this is a start. This is good news thus far. Donald Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, says ICE agents are pulling out of Minnesota as a part of a significant drawdown following weeks of chaos. This is after 2 U.S. citizens were murdered. This was after those murders were then covered up by the state, and Tom Homan had this to say this morning.
With that, and success that has been made arresting public safety threats and other priorities since this surge operation began, as well as the unprecedented levels of coordination we have obtained from state officials and local law enforcement, I have proposed, and President Trump has concurred, that this surge operation conclude. A significant drawdown has already been underway this week and will continue through the next week.
It's still to be seen whether or not they're actually going to continue drawing down. They say things and they do opposite things, but we have seen them slowly draw down troops. They did a 700 troop drawdown 2 weeks ago, and now they're doing another one today. And this comes as ICE agents are quite literally just harassing and racially profiling people. This video went viral a few months back. This is from 2025. But this video always uniquely haunts me. It's of a young woman who's walking in a Walmart parking lot. Just think about how absurd this is. There is a masked individual behind her, almost like she's about to get kidnapped, but, you know, they didn't end up taking her. And then off camera, there's another masked individual. Then there's another one. Imagine being a, I don't know, like 23-year-old woman and you're walking alone and 4 masked men come up to you in this manner. What in the absolute hell are they thinking?
From here? What's here? What country? Was you born here? Was you born here, ma'am? What country was you born in?
Dude, they are walking up to young women and asking, what country were you born in? What the absolute hell? This brings us on to the video that was released today. I want to show you something interesting because Tim Pool, you guys all know Tim Pool, the MAGA commentator who defends Trump on everything and took money from Russia. He tweeted out like an hour ago, he said, Trump is losing this. And this is in regards to the video that we're about to watch from CNN of Mayra Martinez getting shot. Tim Pool said Trump is losing this. We are going to continue to push this message, push a pro-democracy message, and get ICE out of our damn city. So make sure you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe below. And let's watch this report from CNN. Let's listen to what Mayra Martinez went through. I'll play it for you.
Cameras on.
This is newly released body camera video. A team of 3 Border Patrol agents is driving through a Southside Chicago neighborhood. 2 have guns drawn. Mayra Martinez, an American citizen and school teacher, is driving next to them, honking her horn, warning people to the presence of federal immigration enforcement. Another vehicle is behind the agents, also honking the horn.
All right, it's time to get aggressive and get the out, because they're trying to box us in.
It all happens in seconds.
All right, we're following now. All right, out of the car.
Be advised, we've been struck, we've been struck.
Get out.
Martinez was shot 5 times and survived. In this surveillance video, you can see the front of the agent's SUV come to a stop. 4 seconds later, Martinez's silver Nissan drives off, she says, fearing for her life.
Drives off. It's very important to point that out because their claim was that she rammed the agents multiple times. Not true. Not true.
The Department of Homeland Security was quick to accuse her of attacking federal law enforcement, saying Border Patrol agents were, quote, ambushed by domestic terrorists that rammed federal agents with their vehicles. FBI Director Kash Patel posted on social media about the incident, quote, attack our law enforcement and this FBI will find you and bring you to justice.
I've said this multiple times, but if I got shot, if you got shot and killed, if any of our family members got shot and executed by the state, they would be out there calling us domestic terrorists. They would find a video of me like smoking marijuana in high school and they would say, Adam was a domestic terrorist. They would find a mean text that you sent to your significant other years ago and say, this person was a domestic terrorist. This is how they operate.
The post also included a link to video of a car ramming, but it had no connection to Martinez's case. And the body camera video tells a different story. In the lead up to the collision, you hear agents say they are going to collide with Martinez.
We're going to make contact and we're boxed in.
And just before the moment of impact, it's Agent Charles Exum who sharply turns his steering wheel in the direction of Martinez.
Yep, and it got so bad, the prosecutors asked to drop their own case. Just think about this. The people that brought the case then went to the judge and asked, can we drop this case? We don't think this is too good.
Proof, according to her attorney, that they hit her vehicle, not the other way around. And as for the claim of being boxed in, this surveillance video calls that comment into question, with nothing in the path ahead of the border agent's vehicle. The court also released text messages and emails from after the shooting, including one message from Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino, just hours after the incident, offering to delay the retirement of Agent Exum, who shot Martinez. In light of your excellent service in Chicago, you have much left to do. And then a text message exchange between Agent Exum and someone whose name was redacted. Are they supportive? Someone asked. Big time. Everyone has been, including Chief Bovino, Chief Banks, Secretary Noem, and El Jefe himself. In various texts to and from fellow agents, the mood was celebratory. Good job, brother. You are a legend among agents. You better effing know that. Beers on me when I see you at training. That's awesome. You did real good. Damn it, man. Good shooting. The day after the shooting, Martinez was indicted. According to the complaint, she, quote, forcibly assaulted, resisted, opposed, impeded, intimidated, and interfered with an officer of the United States. After her attorney viewed the body camera footage and other evidence emerged that undermined the government's version of events, prosecutors made an extraordinary move and asked the judge to drop their own case. The judge agreed, but not long after, she told me the shooting still haunts her.
I don't want to remember that day. You're laying there at night and you're just thinking about it, like, what's gonna happen? Like, it's really emotional to me. So it's like, it's hard for me to talk about it, but I'm trying.
And that's part of why Martinez pushed to get all of this information out, because she believed it allows people to have a greater understanding of how agents might react after something like this, no matter the city, and to further clear her name, because the Department of Homeland Security has never retracted its accusations against.
Never retracted its accusations. Okay, something I really want to highlight here. Wow, something I really want to highlight here is, of course, the bravery of Mayra Martinez, but the text that followed this, coming from the Border Patrol agents. Someone said, damn it, man, good shooting. And the agent said, lol, gracias. Someone said, good job, brother. Glad you are unharmed. Beers on me. This one says, that's awesome. You did real good. Thanks you, ma'am. Thanks. What is a sickening congratulation of shooting a U.S. citizen? Okay, just think about this for a second. These ICE agents are undertrained and not ideologically screened. We know this because there was an article in Slate where a journalist applied for ICE despite having sort of a criminal history, not submitting a background check. She smoked weed like 4 days prior, and ICE still let her in, despite her being anti-ICE, openly anti-ICE. This indicates that they are not ideologically screening people for radicalization in either direction. This means far-right radicals are joining ICE undertrained with too much power. Now, when these far-right radicals then shoot somebody that is a protester or even an undocumented citizen, or strangle somebody like in the case of El Paso, or detain a 5-year-old, countless stories, they are in favor of that because they are far-right, not screened ideologically people who think this is all a good thing. You can really weave together the narrative of ICE here by showing that they are undertrained, that they are given too much power, and then afterwards they have no sort of consequences whatsoever. It's sickening. We need to abolish ICE. We need to build an immigration enforcement that has human dignity for people who live in this country. If somebody is here and they've committed a slew of violent crimes and they came here illegally, sure, deport them. That is common sense immigration law, but don't do it in such a way where every single 79-year-old abuela is also fearing for her life every single day. I'm going to leave it there. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.